The reading gender class has changed me profoundly. And this was the desired effect. This is what I wanted. I wanted it to teach me about women. And it did. Not only am I more critical about the media I consume, but following my deep enjoyment of The Handmaid's Tale, I'm not only reading more, but I'm reading more women authors, particularly Virginia Woolf. However, the reading gender class takes a very focus on the woman's perspective, which is fair enough. Men have been at the forefront for far too long. It's called the reading gender class, not reading men. Therefore, because of how much it's taught me and how much the class has bestowed upon me, not only in knowledge but good habits, I'd like to return the favour and talk about something that I am more or less more versed on, which is masculinity, and answer the age-old question of, what's a sigma male?
I know. There are no girls with good personalities. Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
Wake up to reality.
Think Thomas Shelby, the Joker, Tyler Durden, Lou Bloom, all considered based, all considered sigma. But what is a sigma? And before we can really figure that out, we need to figure out what sigmas are trying to go against. Now, an alpha male is essentially just a man who is the hegemonic ideal, who's working towards the hegemonic ideal of masculinity, which is being strong, good-looking, heterosexual, white, well-versed, strong, smart, good-looking, all the things that most people are not, unfortunately. So, a sigma male is essentially, according to Urban Dictionary, a loner who, at the age of 14, about puberty, has the realization that they're not going to be an alpha male. They don't live up to the hegemonic ideal of masculinity, and they realize that no one will, but particularly them. They have an aggrieved sense of entitlement, as the media says, I get this if I do this, but I'm not that, and I'm not getting any of that. So they feel wronged in a way. They have like pseudo oppression, and they become sigma males who go, man, I can't achieve the hegemonic ideal of success. I'm not going to be an alpha male. So I'm going to carve my own path. I'm going to say, I don't need the admiration of others. I don't need the appraisal of women. I just need to carve my own path. I need to find my own success, which theoretically is a good idea. Is a good thing to focus on. Focus on yourself. I like that. But unfortunately, sigma males are just the newest version of masculinity, which still complies with hypermasculinity. Now, hypermasculinity is acting in a way to live up to the hegemonic ideal of masculinity, which once again, as women, many people, sigmas, have figured out is an ideal. It's not real, it's perpetuated by fake characters in films and television shows, which results in hypermasculinity, which is being overly aggressive, engaging in destructive behaviors like drinking and fighting and doing things that are, well, dangerous. But it's also being degrading to anything feminine, being misogynistic, not only to women, but to any man that acts outside the box of the hegemonic ideal.
Women.
If your best mate is crying over something, well, I'm going to exert my power over you because I want to live up to the ideal and you are not, so I'm going to make sure you know it. So, where do Sigma males fit on this scale?
Rate me out of 10.
Maybe like a 3?
300.
Like a 3 out of 10.
Oh, why?
I don't know, I'm not really liking your fit. Like the shoes are kind of look like dinosaur shoes.
Oh.
Yeah, you're kind of annoying, I'm gonna be honest.
Now that action, that based action, that Sigma action is a Sigma, someone being a Sigma, right? But if a Sigma male is meant to be the new evolution, they forego hegemonic ideals of masculinity, then why are they practicing hypermasculinity and degrading women and mocking them and negating the feminine? A lot of that I have to blame to traditional masculinity, as they don't fit, so they act out against it. They're like, I'm just gonna be the Joker then.
Wanna know how I got these scars? Well, I'm the Joker, baby!
I'm gonna be Tyler Durden. I'm gonna be Lou Bloom. Thomas Shelby. But all these fictional men, that their idea of success, they carve their own path and they don't follow the traditional concept of success, are all terrible, terrible people who not only put down the people around them, but often harm the people around them. Particularly the fictional man that has appeared in almost all these edits, which is Patrick Bateman, the man who featured in this book. And the reason I wanted to create this short form video is because Patrick Bateman is featured in so many different edits. These young men believe that Patrick Bateman is the ideal Sigma male. He's so based because he's rude to the women around him.
Forget it. I'll make them.
No, I'll do it.
No. Be a doll and just get me a mineral water, okay?
You look nice today.
Don't wear that outfit again.
What? I didn't hear you.
I said, do not wear that outfit again. Wear a dress, a skirt, or something.
In page 71, he calls a young lady in a restaurant whore. On page 80, he insults a dry cleaner because she's of Asian descent. And throughout the book and the film, he is derogatory to anyone who doesn't fit the hegemonic ideal. So they're not white, I'm gonna call you a slur. Oh, you acted gay? Slur. Because, well, the hegemonic ideal is heterosexual. Sorry, I need to make fun of you. And then on every page, he makes sure you know exactly what he's wearing and how much it costs. Because this based Sigma male is still practicing hypermasculinity. He's showing you how successful he is by telling you he's degrading women and punishing and exerting his power over anyone that doesn't act in a certain way because he's trying to live up to the ideal. Which proves that although masculinity has shifted, hegemonic ideals are still prevalent, because even the people who say they don't subscribe to it subscribe to it. But the only thing that can really help this is not getting rid of these films. I love The American Psycho. I've watched it numerous times. Nightcrawler, phenomenal. Fight Club, amazing. All these films, the films are not to blame. It's young men feeling entitled and not being critical enough to realize that what they really want is to be happy. And the characters they revere are not happy. Thomas Shelby is a deeply troubled man. Tyler Durden isn't real. Everyone in these films just wants to be happy. So do the young men. And then if you look and read the book, such as on page 171, where a passerby who works at the same firm as Patrick Bateman calls him Davis, you realize that not many people actually know who Patrick Bateman is.
I'm not Davis. I'm Patrick Bateman. Don't you recognize me?
But that's simply not possible.
The reason he's able to kill Paul Allen is because The reason he's able to kill Paul Allen is because Paul Allen thinks he is Marcus. So many people say the wrong name, call him the wrong person, because, in a sense, Patrick Bateman has an inflated sense of importance. He's not actually that important. He's not this ideal man that people think is mysterious or interesting or someone to look up to. And it's only through reading the book and being critical and watching the film numerous times you realize that Patrick Bateman isn't someone to look up to. He's someone to feel sorry for. And this is what these young men need to realize, that these are not characters you should be revering. You should be working on yourself because you want to be a better person, not because you want to be a better marketable product. So if I can leave any advice, the reason people want to be Sigma is so they can be happy. They believe if they fit these set of traits, they'll finally be happy. Not fitting these strict roles is what makes someone happy. Being yourself, being authentically you is what makes you happy. If you want to be masculine, that's fine. But don't let it define you. Just be you. Don't be Patrick Bateman.